Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. Hey, Bill, guess what? I think we're getting snow overnight.
Oh, that means it's going to warm up a little bit.
I love snow.
Yeah.
I
Isn't it,
haven't
it
seen,
doesn't it have to be like 32 or 33 degrees to warm up or
yeah, the
to have snow?
temperatures, yeah, the temperature's going to drop overnight. Well, it's already cold. It's like, let me check exact. It's 29 degrees right now.
Okay. So you're going to get ice too.
Yeah, and well, that's what happens in North Carolina. You get ice and everybody has a hissy fit. But let's see, around 7 p.m. is when the snow at 33% is expected to begin. So it's going to be a high of 38 today, and then the temperature will go up to 44 tomorrow.
Well,
But I don't see any.
we may get some rain tomorrow, I think. But our temperatures have been, yesterday it stayed in the 50s all day.
Mhm.
And it's been getting down into the mid 30s at nighttime. So for Florida standards, that's at least mid Florida, Central Florida and South. That's
Mm.
pretty cold. I think Miami was at 60 degrees yesterday. They're breaking out the winter coats. But Florida's
Yeah.
funny, especially the women in Florida. They're really funny. The moment the temperature drops below probably 65, out come these boots with all the fur and stuff on them. And every person in Florida, female wise, is wearing these boots because they only get to wear them a week or so for
Mm.
the year. And so they all break out those boots. It's funny to watch. So,
Hmm. Yeah, so speaking of uh either unwanted weather or unexpected weather. Um, I personally, I am in the small percentage that loves snow. So if I could see just maybe just a couple of tiny, maybe an inch or even two is good, snow, then I can see the little footprints of the animals, and then I can watch Zoe bounce around like a little bunny rabbit because she's so tiny and see her little paw prints. But when I have conversations about snow, everybody thinks I'm psycho because snow, snow. I'm like,
but
this
if anybody is actually paying attention and watching this video and looking at your face, um, they could see that the vibration goes up and up the more you talk about snow. So there's the feeling and the emotion that's coming out of
yes,
the gratitude of possibly getting one or
yes,
two little flakes of snow today. So
yeah,
how nice it is to know that something as irrelevant as snow, actually, it's very relevant to some people,
it is.
um, that little thing can take you from a bad vibration or just an average vibration where you're not getting anything done to a
Mhm.
high state of vibration where it doesn't look like anything's happening, but your
Yeah.
energy is evolving and your energy is going out there. And that's just paving the road from the dirt road to the gravel road to the concrete road. So, snow people, just snow. Read The Having.
Yes, such a great book. So I'm coming to the end of the book, and it doesn't. It just keeps getting better and better. The more stories that are shared about different experiences that different individuals have, up to and including the interviewer and the interviewer e. Wow, that's a
Interviewee.
lot. Yes, interviewee. Thank you, because I think I added another in
Yeah,
there. But
I got one word right today. Go ahead.
it just it really makes you think about every single situation. Well, it makes me think about every single situation that I run into about just about anything where there has been some sort of a snag, if you will, in my thought process. And I'll give a very, very, for instance, this morning. Um, I left my investor back in October. So therefore, I at this moment do not have a regular paycheck coming in. So I am operating on saved funds. And as those funds are doing this, and the income is still not doing this, I have moments of thought because as soon as I catch any sort of worry coming in, I address it immediately and say, well, I already have everything taken care of and there's nothing for me to worry about. And as long as I maintain my vibration um, on the correct path, then everything always works out. And because I'm always saying everything is always working out for me, because I start my morning listening to that, everything is always working out for me and it's a good day. And so I was paying my bills today and I decided that today or this month, I would pay the minimum on my credit cards. And so I felt, and as I'm talking about it, I feel a little bit of unease. And so when I finished paying all my credit card bills for the month, I said to myself, and then I said it out loud, I am so happy and grateful that I was able to pay the minimum amount on my credit card. And I'm so happy and grateful that the previous months, even when I wasn't having income, I was paying way above or paying them completely off. And it felt good to do that. And it's okay if one month things aren't as, or things are different than the previous month. That's what happens. Life changes all the time. But when I found that there was some sort of vibration of concern or worry, I had to address it. And I had to remind myself that I have everything that I need. And that up until this point, anytime that anything has happened in my life, it has always worked itself out. Sometimes I know where it's coming from, and most times I do not. And that is a surprise in itself. But because I've been reading The Having with the intention, number one, to be fully present with the book, I'm understanding the stories. And so, therefore, when I experience these moments of unease or uncertainty, I go back to up until now, and as we speak in this moment, everything has always been working out for me. And if things were not working out for me, they would be working out for me in another way. And we don't see that. But because I choose, I have decided and I have committed to myself to believe in my own belief in myself, the magic is literally getting ready to unfold in ways that I can't even see, but I'm imagining. But I know I went a little bit further than I needed to. But the point is that I turned the worry, the vibration of worry or concern into gratitude because I reminded myself that I have always been taken care of.
Yeah. Now, what people need to do when they listen to watch this is re-listen to that portion again because there were some gems in there, but there's some things in between the lines that are extremely important. Awareness.
Mhm.
You wouldn't be where you're at if you weren't aware of the thoughts and the feelings that they're actually causing. The good ones, the bad ones, doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Um, if you're not aware, you're going to continue down the rabbit hole. Uh,
Yep.
so that's number one between the lines. She never used the word awareness in that whole thing, and that was the first thing that came into my mind was
Mhm.
wow, such good awareness, and that's um, critical critical to grow. Otherwise, you're just going to keep on that same old treadmill,
Mhm.
and just keep going in the same direction you're going. So that's really cool how you put that whole thing out there. Um, I had other thoughts that came through my head too, and then I thought, well, I'm 72, I can forget them as quick as they come in. No. at the end, you summed up something that was going through my mind too.
Hmm.
For most people, before the vault opens up, when it comes to the things that they desire, whether it's money, whether it's a new house, whether it's the love of their life,
Hmm.
days are usually cloudy. They may not be raining, and they may not be a flood an ice storm, uh,
Right.
But then again, and that just made me think of something else. Perception.
Yes.
You love snow.
Yes.
Now, if it snowed today, I don't know, because I'm not real familiar with states where it snows. Let's say it snowed 8 inches today. You would love it. And the person next door would be out there cursing about the snow, the perception. So, how you look, I don't know how she did that, but I guess now I got to play with my buttons.
So
Anyway,
if you go to your React button
yeah,
and
there's
then
got
you
to be a
click
button
those
in there.
three little dots and then press or type in snow.
Oh, okay. Now,
Mhm.
anyway,
Yeah.
but the perception, how you perceive things, is going to decide, what kind of feeling and what kind of energy you're going to put out. So if I
Mhm.
don't like 8 inches of snow, I can walk around in a bad mood and depressed and kicking at the snow while she's out there playing around and throwing her dog in it just to see if her dog comes out, with the head or just the body or whatever comes out of the snow. So the perception of what's happening in your life, and that's where the awareness really plays into it. So if the awareness, and we'll go back to snow again, is that this sucks, I'm not going to get to go here, I'm not going to get to do this, I'm not going to get to do that. My goodness, you got a lot of toys. Then you're not going to be smiling and grinning and playing like she is with the little toys that are floating up on the screen. So the awareness, and that awareness, in my opinion, my perception, is coming from the feeling of gratitude. You have now, and it's not that you haven't always been this way, but you've raised the level
Mhm.
of your awareness to the things that we have in our lives right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now, that we should be great. You don't need to. You don't need to. You can still keep living the same old life you're living right now, that same old treadmill
Absolutely.
down the rabbit hole, or
Hmm.
you can be aware of all the things that you have that would benefit you to be grateful for. Yesterday's a memory. That's all it is. Tomorrow's imagination. You only have today. You cannot
Yeah.
tell me exactly what's going to happen 10 minutes from now. You can imagine
Absolutely.
what that is, and you
Right.
can't tell me what happened yesterday other than to think about it and recall a memory. So,
Right.
uh, and then I had other things. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Are you through? Are you through with all this gratitude?
No, I mean, gratitude is for me, I've decided, like I said, I've committed to just being in a state of gratitude. It really does feel so much better than worrying about what ifs and maybes and all the calamities that could happen that sometimes, most always, never happen. But we have a tendency to draw other things into our lives when we're in the wrong vibration. And so, gratitude, I have found from actually practicing gratitude on a consistent basis and being self-aware, it makes it so much easier not to worry about things that I would normally have worried about in the past. And I did this all the time. I'd be like, oh, bills paid, they're due. How much did I put on my credit cards? Oh, they're starting to stack up. And I could easily go there. They're starting to stack up, and I don't have anything coming in to balance that out. And all of a sudden, this I could go there, but that just it feels so uncomfortable. It's going to give me a headache. It's going to put me in a bad mood. It's going to probably make me depressed. The snow won't be fun because I'm like, oh, it's gloomy outside. And when it's gray, well, then I can say, well, the gray, the sun not being out, just, it takes all the light from me. I mean, I could come up with numerous stories, but I love snow. And so I choose to be in gratitude so I can dance a jig, and sing a song.
So
All right.
yesterday I wrote my post from my meditating, a monk post. It wasn't anything that I took out of a book. It wasn't anything that I read from somebody else. It was just something that came to my mind, and it was about
Mhm.
a fork in the road. And it was about one side's $100 million guaranteed, and
So glad you brought this
the
up,
other
Bill.
side 100% guaranteed you'll have healthy mind and healthy body. And you have somebody with you as well. It's not just you. You have somebody with you as well. The son, your son
Mhm.
at the
Mhm.
fork of the road. And I posted it on there just thinking that it would cause individuals to think, think about what is more important to them. Is the money more important to them, or is the healthy mind and the healthy body? That was the reason I posted it. And I'm thinking, you go to the guaranteed $100 million, they might dump it off a dump truck right on the top of your head and kill you. You got the $100 million, but what good did it do you? Or most people, when they think about winning the lottery, the first thing they start thinking about is what relative is going to come out of what hole in the middle of what country looking for money that I never even knew. I didn't even know I had this cousin. They looked me up on Ancestor DNA or something. So those are the kind of thoughts that go through people's minds when they think about winning $100 million in a lottery or something. They don't they don't think about the great things that can come out of it because they don't normally have a healthy mind or a healthy body because we're all in a learning process. So only two people made a comment on that. And I posted it on three different social media platforms. So there's a lesson in that too.
Mhm.
People don't comment on certain things because the answer doesn't feel good to them. That's
Mhm.
my opinion, my perspective. If the answer felt good to them, they would immediately talk. So who were the two people that posted on it? Well, they're on screen right now. And we both took different roads. So you took which road?
Took the $100 million road. Why, do you ask?
That
Well,
was my next
because
question.
that is, thanks so much for asking, Bill. Because no one outside of myself can guarantee me happiness except for me. And that is
Mhm.
my take on it. And therefore, if I am already healthy and happy and have a healthy mind and a healthy life, I don't need someone else outside of me on any fork, on any, to tell me, hey, if you go this way, you're guaranteed. Well, I already feel that way. Why do I need to go that way? But what I don't have right now is $100 million. And again, it's all perspective, which is why I tried to clarify. And I was hoping somebody would, comment and say something because I wanted to be controversial yesterday. But I thought about it because under different circumstances, I'd be like, the right answer is to say that a healthy mind and a healthy life should be the thing because we shouldn't be focusing on money. But for me, it wasn't about the money. The money to me presented a fun challenge of, like you said, it could come in a truck that could, but that is the risk that I was willing to take. That it didn't matter how the money came, but I was guaranteed it. It didn't guarantee that I was going to live through having that money, just that I would have it. But up until that point of that fork in the road, I had a healthy mind and a healthy life. What I didn't have from just taking my actual perspective is $100 million. And so anything can happen. But what fun is there in not exploring things that could be controversial? Because in the eyes of other individuals, we don't want to seem like we're greedy. I'm not a greedy person. I will give and give and give. And if I have it, I give it and I don't think about it twice. However,
Notice the face, people. The vibration actually lowered on this conversation because money, the energy of money is controversial. Go right ahead.
it is. And so when I thought about answering, I was actually very giddy and I was like, I'm about to start some controversy. So I'm going to choose the path least spoken about. Okay. Spoken about. Okay. And the reason I did that was one, because I did a quick reflection when I saw the post and I was like, healthy mind, healthy life. I have that. I feel good about that. I don't have $100 million. And boy, I was excited. Boy, wouldn't it be nice? And then I had just minor thoughts that come in, but you don't know how the money's getting to you, even though it's guaranteed, Andre. So do you really want to take that path? And something said, but you have a healthy mind and a healthy life. So I am still going to travel and I'm going to, where you can't turn back because the path back is just, you won't find it back. I was like, okay, I'm taking this fork. This is my choice. And for me, I thought about the excitement, the not knowing, and being willing to take the risk to see what fun I could have on this path of $100 million versus what I felt innately within myself 100% was that I had a healthy mind and a healthy body. And no one outside of me can guarantee that at all, except for me. That's the way I looked at it.
And here's the since I wrote it, I get to make the rules on what the
All
right
right.
answer is, right? There is no correct answer because there's not enough information within those few sentences to allow you to make the right decision, except based on yourself.
Correct.
So I chose the opposite road. I chose the healthy mind and the healthy body. Why did I choose that? I chose that
Did you
because
choose that, Bill?
I
Sorry, I
ch-
had to ask.
thank you for asking. I chose that because I feel I have so much more room as far to grow and to learn to be at this 100% guaranteed healthy mind and healthy body. I'm in a health challenge or a healthy body challenge right now. So my
Mhm.
body is not 100% healthy right now. So that's where I look. I looked at it from me right now. And I know that if I ever get to the 100% healthy mind, healthy body, I'm going to have the $100 million if that's truly what I want.
Right.
So it all comes on that road. Now, if I felt like I was enlightened, let's see. I'm going to use a character, not a character. I'm going to use an individual that people know, not personally. Well, yes, some people will tell you they know him personally. If I
Mhm.
was Jesus,
Mhm.
which road would I take? Now I'm thinking as Jesus, okay?
Mhm.
I would have taken the same road I took yesterday. And I would have taken that road because of the little boy that I had with me. And that played into my thought process as well, because it was a father, I think I said father, but or man, I might have whatever, and a son. And I was looking at it from that perspective. The more growth I have, the more growth, because we know kids learn so much from us uh, before the age of 7. And in my mind, the kid that was with me was under 7. So there's not enough information in the actual post. That's a
Right.
monk post, see, a monk. There's not enough information in there for anybody to say the answer is wrong. But yet, only you and I commented on it. What does that tell you? I ask you.
People haven't seen your post and the algorithm is not working.
That could be part of it, but there's so many. It'll tell you how many people saw it,
Right.
and there was more than just us.
Right. And so there could be a number of
I posted
things.
it on 4 or 5 different places.
So it could be uh, it- because the nature of the question, you were essentially asking a question where people are on different levels of their vibrational connection with their thought process. You can probably talk to several people who would say that they are already have a healthy mind and a healthy life. And so because they have a healthy life, so do their children, and they don't take into account their children. And so for me, I believe, and it's only my opinion. It's all perspective. It's
Yeah,
all
there you
in
go.
everything. It's all in how you read that and your interpretation of what you may, even if you thought which is the right answer. And because you didn't state there is no right answer, you just asked a question. That was it. It is just now that you said there is no right answer, right? And so,
Again, from my perspective.
correct. And so you have, if you throw in the mix of other people's views and their own perspectives, they will have completely or similar perspectives that you and I both had, and we both had different perspectives. See, and I'll be honest, I forgot about the sun part, but I just felt that again, I had the thing that I was focused on was that I had a healthy mind and a healthy body. Therefore, no one outside of myself, and I was very definite about that. There's no one that can guarantee me anything outside of myself that I can't do within me. And no one, I believe, is truly, while they're living on this earth, enlightened or completely elevated until they've transitioned to their next, life,
I would agree with
existence,
that.
whatever. And so we are ever evolving. And so I don't I believe that your healthy mind and whatever percentage you want to put on it, and healthy body, whatever percentage you want to put on that, is your own perception of what you're comfortable with, what you feel good with. And somebody telling you that you need to be this ideal weight or have this ideal tone in your body, or you have to think this certain way or feel this certain way, that is someone trying to impose what they feel is the right thing. And we are all individuals who are experiencing life very differently. We all have different viewpoints, different perspectives. And so this question that was posed is really about where you're at in your own personal life. And it just gives you, and maybe people didn't respond, to the post because maybe they're reflecting within themselves. I wonder.
There is no right answer to that question.
Right. And so, it could be any number of things. But I'm going to chalk it up to the algorithm. It's just, doing
You
its
can
thing.
only answer that question for yourself. And that's the only reason. It's not like we
Right.
know what anybody was thinking. We don't know where
Correct.
they're at. There is no right answer. I
Hmm.
just thought I would throw it out there because I like questions that make
Hmm.
you think. And the
Yeah.
question was supposed to make people think. And my hope was they would think of it in a way that said, what's more important to them,
Right.
money or the perfect health? I didn't even think that somebody would view it the way you viewed it.
Hmm.
I never even imagined that as I was doing my monkish things, you know. So now I got to come up with something better. But I like questions where there's no 100% definitive. It's like what happens when you die?
Right.
It's our perspective. I mean, I know what I believe, and I know what you believe,
Right.
because we've talked about it. But do
Hmm.
you 100% positively know?
Right. And that's the beauty of life is you get to ask these thought-provoking questions that make you go inward and reflect. And sometimes people will respond to start some controversy. Or some people I believe that for those that viewed it and chose not to respond, I believe it gave them something to think about and reflect about in their own personal life. And like you said, it's just about looking for yourself and answering that question for yourself. So it wasn't really about like, hey, everybody needs to answer that. Look at this post, but it's really just about self-reflection. And I think it helps to also check your own self-awareness of where you're at on your journey to wherever it is you're headed. And that's the beauty of us being individuals is that we get to do whatever we want, how we want to do it.
And think about the awareness when you read, not you, but when somebody reads that monkish post.
Hmm.
What thoughts do come up? That's where the awareness comes in. Did the awareness come in that you were worried about cousin Billy Bob? You know, one,
Or that Andrea
or
forgot
was it
about her
Uncle
son that
Sam?
was with her.
You know what a big one is for me that I work on I work on this a lot, believe it or not,
Hmm.
because I'm aware of the thought. Uncle Sam,
Hmm.
I think about that, I'm the tax things.
Hmm.
That is actually thinking in lack. Uh, so the thoughts that came when you read that post are important to you.
Right.
They're not important to me. And that's why we offer things. That's why we teach classes. That's why we have coaching programs for people so that they can hopefully get to a better place with the healthy mind, which will then cause the healthy body, which will then cause them millions and millions of dollars. So
Mhm.
if you're watching this and you got all the way to here, comment, put a comment in. Which road would you take and why?
Absolutely.
Why that
Absolutely.
road for you was the road.
Hmm.
And it could be just because I have never had $100 million and I wanted $100 million. It doesn't matter to me. It's your answer and how
Def-
you, the awareness of that answer, what that answer means to you.
Definitely. This has been another great conversation with the amazing and incredible Bill Cullum and
Andrea
Andrea
Estrella. Now,
Estrella.
see, I can't put the roll in the L's like you do. You people from New York, my goodness. No.
Yes. But we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to us banter back and forth, have serious discussions, have thought-provoking discussions. And if you liked what you heard today, or you feel that it would be of value to those in your family or friend circle, whatever it may be, share it with them. If you haven't already subscribed to The Dream and the Journey, like and subscribe. And it helps us to grow and expand our reach. And we appreciate you. Any final words, Bill?
Well, we also have the other page, the Mind Equals that we're changing. We're actually going to change the name of that to the Go Me Club. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to change it because you know why? It's easier. It's easier not just to remember, it's easier to say, quicker to say, and it is a feel-good club. This is where
Yes.
you share things. In fact, tonight we have a conversation with another person that's on our personal quest right now for the healthy body, and we're going to record that this
Mhm.
evening, and we're going to post that on there so that people can see what we do, the three of us, once a week. It's a support for each other in this
Mhm.
journey to help us and to reinforce what is important to us and what we're trying to do with this particular part of our life. So it doesn't mean this is what we're doing with our whole life. This is just part of our life. So yeah, hit the like button. That's the thumbs up one, not the thumbs down one. The like button is thumbs up, and and subscribe and comment. Which road
Yes.
would you take so I can dissect it and tell you why you're wrong? No, because there is no wrong answer. There is no
There,
right answer.
there is not, but my mentor, Lisa Nichols, says this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. So I'm gonna, Lisa Nichols, if you're listening, I'm using your line. This is not a monologue. It is a dialogue. So if you comment and you have some thoughts, we'd love to be able to exchange ideas.
Yeah,
And so
as long as we're talking to Lisa, I sent her group a message inviting her to our imagination part. I really did. I sent two or three of them. I got
that's
responses
awesome.
back from her group that
Mhm.
she's busy traveling
Yeah,
and
she's
doing
in
things.
Dubai because
And
she's at the Future Human with Mind Valley, which I'm going to get on right after this call. So
I wanted to just remind her, not her, but her people, that the internet's everywhere. You can join. We're doing this on Zoom. So Lisa, if you want to join us, even if it's just for 2 minutes to say, "Hey, hi, gang," we would love, 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 love to have you. You're very
yes,
inspiring.
very much. Thanks again, everyone. Our imagination party is January 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us, bring whatever makes you happy, and it's about self-love and gratitude.
Hmm.
And I'm excited. And that's it.
Yep.
Anything else, Bill?
Nope. We just We'll have a guided meditation or and a mind movie in that, as well as a discussion with that Andrea is going to lead on just on gratitude and self-love. That part of it will be probably within about 30 minutes of the thing. And everybody is encouraged not only to attend, but to give their thoughts and their views and talk about the things you're grateful for, not the like listen to her. She's talking about snow today. I'm not grateful for snow, but she is. Yeah. I'd had to turn the heater
No,
on.
It's magical, magical snow. I love snow. Well, everyone, until next time,
Carry on.
toodaloo, darlings.
Take care.
Bye.